Guys, Marsengan here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we are continuing on with the EZA showcases from the units that got their EZAs today, and we are going in with the INT MAI. Now, I absolutely love the fact that Dokkan added these missions so that we only had to do the EZA like the one time, and then we actually got the medals from completing those missions to EZA everybody else. That is obviously very, very good. So having to like redo, because I remember last year with the worldwide celebration, they gave us the sub EZAs for Metal Cooler straight away, but they didn't do this. So after you'd done his EZA, you then had to replay all the stages a bunch of times, and it cost stamina to then be able to EZA the STR Piccolo and the Tech Super Saiyan Vegeta. So doing it this way is awesome. Hopefully we see more of this in the future. So INT MAI, she has raised defense for 1 turn, supreme damage, and high chance to stun on her super attack. And then her passive, 120% defense, attack 80 when attacking, time travelers allies 2 key, and attack and defense 40%. Additional key 1 and attack and defense 10% for characters who are super class. So super time travelers 3 key, 50%. High chance to stun the attacked enemy. When an enemy is hit by her super attack, great chance of evading attacks from that enemy for the duration of the turn. Additional defense 80% when attacking, and foresee enemy super attacks when HP is 70% or less if there is a future Saga enemy. So she's getting an extra 80% defense on attack against future Saga. So looking at her defense right now, she's already going to be getting what, at least the 130 that she needs to get to 300k just from her passive. Then she's raising defense for 1 turn on her super attack effect as well, and then of course has a 70% chance to dodge. Now all the attacks are at the end, so actually the blues are on the other rotation, so I'm just going to do this. She is missing a link though if we do that. What does Dismal Future give you at level 10? The only downside to this Mai is obviously her links, very similarly to the STR one, but it's only extra key and crit chance, so that's not really that important. So we will keep these guys on rotation actually. So we'll do this, and then we'll do this. Her best link partner, funnily enough, on the double Vegito Blue team is going to be STR Bulma. So for the sake of this showcase, I'll probably have Bulma in slot 1 and then her in slot 2, just so we can see how she performs. Of course, being a support unit, you're basically just going to be running her as an off-rotation floating support on these teams. So her links aren't the most important because she's really only going to be getting them from the unit in slot 2 anyway. She obviously will benefit from things like Bulma support if Bulma's on the other rotation, because of course it carries over for 2 turns. But yeah, she definitely seems like she is going to be very good. I wanted to do at least one event that had a future Saga enemy that wasn't the big red zone stages, because I kind of want to do those as separate videos here. So we ideally want to get a situation where there's a decent number of attacks in slot 2, so we can have her attack and then hopefully get a bunch of dodges. So, but I mean, we didn't finish off 18 in 1 turn, so that's fine. I don't want to, like, obviously when I do these initial showcases, I just like to see what the unit is looking like, but I obviously don't want to, you know, just win the whole fight in, like, you know, 3 turns or something. So go ahead and do this, and then you don't really need extra key at the end anyway. I mean, God Goku will potentially just kill 18 here before the blues even get to attack, especially if he crits, because we deliberately didn't get the orbs to get the extra super. So actually we probably, yeah, don't get the extra super. 7.2 from these guys on their first turn with no support is pretty good. Obviously slot 2 is where they get the extra attack. I swear people just see screenshots of their attack stats in slot 1 and assume that their attack stats are always bad, but clearly that is not the case. But yeah, this is the kind of rotation that we want to see. So let's get the orbs here for Bulma, and then that gives us Fierce Battle, Battlefield Diva, Brainiacs, and Solid Support active. So now we're looking at 227. So remember, we're getting 80% on super attack. So, and then 30% from the super attack effect as well. So she is going to be over 400k defense when she attacks. And then, of course, if she gets an additional super, it's going to go up again. And then, of course, by hitting the enemy with her super attack, she then has a 70% chance to dodge. Mine is built for basically full dodge as well. So she has 25 dodge and then 12 additional. Crit is just obviously really not important for her because she's on the team to be a support. You want her to dodge the attacks. Stun chance from additionals in modes where you can stun obviously will be very useful, but her critting is not going to be important like at all, right? So it's not all that important to give it to her in the hidden potential. So definitely dodge because you just want her in slot 3, supporting the rotation, not getting killed, and then additionals for the potential of the stun and obviously raising defense again for the second time. So. But let's see, what do we get in terms of attack stat here on this turn? Yeah, 3.4. So again, nothing crazy, not what we're expecting from her. We didn't get the dodge. All right, there you go. There's one. Okay, at least we got 2 out of the 3. But yeah, obviously with 17 being tech and her defense being well over 400k at this point, then obviously she's going to be tanking his normal attacks for double-digit damage. Will we finish him off this turn to go on to the duo androids? I guess it depends whether these guys get enough supers, because no, I guess they're not effective against all types yet, are they? So not getting crits, they're not going to be doing huge damage here, but that's fine. I mean, hey, they're getting all the additional supers though, so I mean, even in slot 3 here with barely any links, they have got a decent bit of support, but they're just going off here in the 3rd slot, so you'll love to see that. So let's do, we floated off the blues on the last rotation, so we probably should float off these ones as well, just so we don't end up with awkward rotations. We're definitely going to kill this turn anyway, so I might as well pick up the orbs for Goku. And in fact, let me not pick up same type orbs with these guys, because if we actually are able to take some damage in the next couple of turns, we would potentially be able to get Vegito out. Because I kind of would like to see Vegito on a ridiculously super supported rotation. Because as I've already said, like that's going to be Mai's role, right? And I saw some people complaining that the STR Mai didn't have a different name because this one EZA INT and then they have the exact same name. But on the teams where you would run both of them, you're running them as 3rd slot floating support units anyway. So outside of like turn 1 or 2 where you got bad starting rotations and they are on the same turn, they're not ever going to be on the same turn, right? Because you're just floating both of them in slot 3. So you definitely can use both of them on the same team. This is actually a pretty good setup here for Mai. Although, should we just leave? No, we will leave Bulma in slot 1 because Bulma would live a super. But it means we would take enough damage that we could see the fusion on the next turn, right? So, in fact, let me do this. I will actually get the same type orbs for these two, just so in case we do take like a big super attack here. I mean, the androids, whilst not being a particularly difficult stage of this red zone, like if Mai didn't dodge their super, she probably would take quite a lot of damage, right? So we'll see how we go here. Bulma dodging the super was pretty clutch. I mean, it does, technically, we wouldn't have died, right? Because Bulma has guard and damage reduction. It does mean we won't get the Vegito transformation next turn because she dodged that super. But let's see what Mai can do here. So we land our super attack. We didn't dodge. We are taking double-digit damage. We dodged 1 out of the 2. So, I mean, the problem is, like, this is the UI memes all over again, right? She has a 70% chance to dodge. And if that fails, then she has a 25% chance to dodge because of my hidden potential build, and she still is not dodging like every single attack. So you have to think, if we went into like Sin, where the final phase is physical, her not dodging 1 of 2 attacks would mean her potentially taking a pretty sizable chunk of damage, depending on the rotation and how many times that she super attacked on that turn. So that is something that we would have to bear in mind. Let me do, so these guys don't have guard now, so let's just do this. We'll do this. I mean, we've just won already, right? Actually, we're not going to get to see another turn with Mai, so I suppose it doesn't really matter what we do on this turn. So, fairly brief showcase. I wanted to show her in a stage against future Saga enemies, because she gets that extra 80% defense. I think we can see from the numbers that she was putting out, though, if you're not fighting a future Saga enemy, that means her defense after supering, like, she's not getting that 80% extra. she's just getting the 30% on super attack, right? So she's only going to be on some of these turns where we've seen her here. She's only going to be getting like 250k defense, which again, going back to the Omega example, that means after a single super against Omega, or sorry, Sin, she's only going to have like 250k defense. So if he lands normal attacks on her and she doesn't dodge, even his normal attacks, she's going to be taking, what, like 150, 200k damage, potentially? Which is not good. So 70% chance to dodge on paper, just like the Ultra Instinct Goku. On paper, 70% chance to dodge, really, really good. But I mean, at the end of the day, you got to remember her role on the team. Like I say, she's a third slot floating support unit. She's not a tank. So it's kind of to be expected. She is just one of those units where basically her whole defense relies on her ability to dodge, unless you're against a future Saga enemy. So once we get the new, I'm probably not going to run back every single like red zone stage with these new EZAs. So when we get the new red zone stage, or the next one coming out for the Dismal Future collection, right, I will use her on the team, because we got to do a team with the new units, right, like the AGL boys, STR Mai, Tech Trunks' EZA, and Int Mai's EZA all on the same team. I feel like that would be pretty cool for when the new stages drop. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of Int Mai down below. She certainly can be good, but like I say, my initial reaction from this, as I said in all the other videos, I don't watch other like Rainbow private server showcases and stuff like that. So this is my first hands-on impression with her. Against a non-future enemy, you are just relying on that dodge. Otherwise, she definitely could get clapped. So I've seen people saying that she's absolutely amazing. I think I even saw one comment somewhere of someone saying that she's better than Trunks, which, even against a future enemy, I don't think that is the case. But, you know, let me know what you guys think down below in the comments section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.